Okay, we're back to it. So as for the activities, uh, you're going to want to put, like I had said, community service, sports, jobs, whatever it might be, internships is going to go here, and it should be in order of importance. And right here in this spot, you get 150 characters to describe what it was and what your achievements were in it. So make sure that you're using action words, you're using adjectives to describe what it was, and if you're able to use abbreviations to save on space, definitely you're going to want to do that where it's appropriate. But try and do the best that you can to be as descriptive in this spot as possible. Now, for writing, you're going to have to write an essay, and there are a couple of essay prompts you'll be able to find pretty easily. You're going to select one of the essay prompts, and then from there, the essay gets put into a text box. Now, you definitely want to write your essay in a Word document so that you can take advantage of spell check and grammar check and all that good stuff. But then it gets pasted into here. So make sure that you paste it into this comment or this text box. Now, guys, with the essay, a couple of things to remember. Some of you think that it's got to be the most formal piece of writing that you've ever done, and that's actually not the case. Make sure that your voice still comes through. You're going to want to have the essay proofread by maybe a teacher, by a parent, maybe a friend, certainly a counselor. That's something that we enjoy doing. But make sure that your voice comes through and that it's not sort of muddled in the process of having it proofread by a lot of people. You want to make sure that, as with any essay that you're writing, that you show and don't tell. You want to use real vivid imagery. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the most formal piece of writing that you've ever done. Sometimes you can end up a little stiff if that's the case. Again, make sure your voice comes through. Some of the things that you should do are make sure that at every point you're answering the question throughout the entirety of the essay, and also make sure that as a way of sort of proofreading it, read it out loud. If it makes sense as you read it out loud, that's a good sign. If not, then that might be a sign that you've got to kind of parse some of the words, that maybe you need to cut things down a little bit. All right, make sure that it's tight. The essay, I think, is a critical piece because it's the only thing that you really have control over at this point. And it really also brings who you are as a person to life. Let's face it, these college admissions people are looking at who you are as a person based on maybe five or six screens of information. And this is a way for them to get a sense of who you are as a person. And it puts a face to the name. So that's why it is important that you do a good job with it and really work hard at it. Okay, next thing, discipline history or additional information. Now, additional information here, this is a good place to explain any red flags that might appear in your academic record. Or, you know what, anything else that you feel is important to communicate to them that you just didn't see a space for. So this is a spot for that. All right, once you've got all of this done, this is the bulk of the application, okay? But you're going to want to make sure everything is lit up green right here. And then from there, you can go and add the schools to your dashboard or to the My Colleges, sort of both. But type it in, and the school is going to come up. Check it off, and then add the school, and it's going to pop up. Oops, and My Colleges right here. Now, all of the colleges that you apply to are going to have these kind of questions off to the side. You're going to answer all of them. Obviously, you're going to answer all of them. And some of them are pretty basic. Some of them are a little bit more involved. And every college, I've got Harvey Mudd out in California, which is an awesome school. I've got University of Chicago, and I've got Geneseo. They're all going to be a little bit different in terms of the questions that they ask. But go through them. So it's going to ask for intended major. Again, a lot of this stuff, guys, you're not locked into it. They're just trying to gather some general information on you. Okay, then this part right here, the FERPA release. This is something that is critical that you fill out. You have to fill this out, and actually you have to fill this out in order for us to be able to send stuff on your behalf through the Naviance program. And if you have questions about that, there's a separate Naviance screencast that you can take a look at. But if you show the details, the FERPA release just basically says, can we send stuff on your behalf? And then it also says, do you waive your right to review all recommendations, or do you not waive your right? And the reason why that you would say you do waive your right is because that way the college knows that the recommender is being 100% candid. You don't have to, but that's why you would. And no recommender from Clarence is going to say bad things about you, so I wouldn't have too much reservation about waiving it. But if you have any questions, obviously stop by and see your counselor. Okay. This piece right here, all this is doing is telling you that all the recommendations are submitted through Naviance, so you don't really need to do anything with this. Now, some of you have asked, what if you want to send a recommendation from somebody from the outside, from the world of work, or maybe a coach or a pastor, or maybe you had an internship over the summer and you wanted to have that person write a letter for you? This is how you would do it. Okay, not all schools will allow it, but some schools will. If the school does allow it, then you just add them right here and punch in their name, their email, and then you're going to be able to send it off to them. Send them an invite, basically, and then they can submit the recommendation through Common Application. And again, that's only if it's a person that does not work for Clarence High School. After you've done that and you're ready to submit, you can click on Review and Submit, and you'll be able to have a PDF generated, and it will pop up. I'm not sure if you can see this right now or not, but the PDF will come up. You want to make sure that you print the PDF and review it. Really give it a good inspection to make sure that you filled out everything and that it's all satisfactory. In fact, I'd say you can have somebody else look at it as well. Now, if you look at this dashboard over here, this is something that I haven't necessarily mentioned yet, but this is good because it tells you all of the writing requirements, it tells you the deadlines, it tells you everything that you need to know about the school. Now, some schools have additional writing requirements or an additional essay. This is how you would know about that, and those additional essays are typically right here. So you're going to be able to find if there are, this is where you would submit the additional essays. Geneseo did not have any additional writing information that you needed to do. Nothing right there, but both Chicago and Harvey Mudd did. Yeah, the writing supplement is right over here. So this is on the actual college's, My College's page is where you're going to do the supplements if they're required. All right. I think that's basically about it with the filling out of the Common App. But if you wanted to know about the actual requirements, there is a grid that you can check out, and that grid is available by going to this page right here. You would end up clicking Requirements Grid, and it would take you to this right here. And there are all the schools and all the requirements listed right here for the school. It's going to tell you the teacher evaluation, whether it needs a counselor evaluation, which we have to fill out for most of our students. And then after that, if you did happen to have any questions, their help center is really pretty good. There's a very wide range of things that it can answer. It's a very good help center. Unfortunately, you can't contact anybody by phone. It's all it's all online. But if you have any questions, stop by, see your counselor. That's about it. Good luck with the Common Application, and let us know if you have any questions.